I do not like this Jamal Cain character. Now, this was tweeted out by Dom2K on October 15th, 2023. And I'm sure, like many of y'all, he's one of my favorite NBA YouTubers. But for some additional context, Dom is a die-hard Boston Celtics fan. And he tweeted this out during Jamal Cain's 14.7 rebound performance for the Heat against the Memphis Grizzlies in their preseason game just the other day. Now, while 14 points and 7 boards may not jump off the page at you, Dom sees the vision. And as a Boston Celtics fan, he's terrified. Like Dom, I also see the vision, but it's not just because of Jamal Cain's preseason performances where he's been averaging an 11 and 8 on 21 minutes a night, but it's because he's on the Miami Heat. And we know that year after year, the Miami Heat just seem to find these guys out of nowhere. These undrafted, hidden gems that continue to surprise everybody. Well, not me, not this time. So I'm here to tell you that Jamal Cain will break the NBA this season, or at least be a very valuable contributor to a great team. Now, this would be Jamal Cain's second season with the team. He was on a two-way contract last year, like he presently is also, but we all kind of expect the Heat to give him a standard deal pretty soon. And a lot of times we see that when guys get to their second year in the Heat system, that's kind of when they start to really take off. Not all the time, but we've seen it in recent memory, kinda. I mean, if you look at Gabe Vincent, his first year with the Heat, he only played 9 games, and that jumped all the way up to 50 games in just his second season. Now, in that second season, he only averaged 13 minutes a night, and it was his third season where he got real valuable minutes, 20 plus, but he still started playing a lot of games in his second season. The same can be said with Max Strus. In his first year with the Heat, he played 39 games. That jumped all the way up to 68 in his second season. And on even a crazier scale, Duncan Robinson played 15 games in his first season with the Heat, and that jumped all the way up to 73 games in his second season. And Jamal Cain played only 18 games last year, but I do think that there's a very high chance that number jumps way up this season. Now, in those 18 games last year, Cain only played 13 minutes.
Hold up. Hey, you. Yeah, you watching this video. You think you can guard me? Go ahead, check up. I'll tell you what, if you score me, you don't gotta subscribe. How about that? Let's go. I mean, you can still subscribe if you want to, you know what I'm saying?
And he only averaged 5 points a game and 3 boards, but I was really encouraged by his athleticism and his ability to stroke that thing cuzzo. And this season, that's continued with Cain shooting 55% from the field and a wild 67% from 3 while having the most effortless bounce that you've ever seen.
Last week in practice, and oh, look at Cain!
Crazy. Now, of course, the 67% shooting from downtown is not sustainable, but I do love the mechanics on his jump shot. I think he has great form. I think he has great lift, and I love the speed of it as well. His form kind of reminds me of myself, and as I can prove with this picture right here. Now, this shot actually didn't go in. Now, you will never know that because until the day I die, I'm going to tell everyone that it went in. But unlike myself, Jamal Cain can actually prove people that his jump shot went in because we had this viral picture of him and Wembanyama go viral last week where Wembanyama just looks like the monster that he is. But Jamal Cain did actually make that shot, so I want that to be known and not lost in history.
Corner 3, up and off by Jamal Cain, and got it to go.
But it's clear from watching Jamal Cain, the kid has talent, and that's not some sort of hot take. I think most Heat fans agree, especially the ones that have been watching him in preseason and summer league and Sioux Falls Skyforce last year. It's very clear that he's a very versatile player. That's exactly the kind of guy the Heat love in their system. And I know another thing that most Heat fans agree on is they're tired of the organization finding these non-athletic white shooters out of nowhere and turning them into pretty decent players. A lot of Heat fans want to see what Spo can actually do if given a true athlete, and that's exactly what Jamal Cain is. So I think that he will be able to take his IQ and his athletic ability and not only make him a pretty decent offensive player like we're kind of seeing now, he can attack and shoot the 3, but they're also going to make him a very, very strong wing defender. So maybe he turns into a Caleb Martin light, which would be amazing. I mean, we saw what he did last year in the Eastern Conference Finals, a guy that could score from anywhere, get you 20 points a night. Or maybe Jamal Cain just turns into a Derrick Jones Jr. a okay 3-and-D player who's pretty decent at defense, not as good at shooting. But again, Derrick Jones is still a guy that's carved out a sustainable role in the NBA. So if the Heat can take Jamal Cain and turn him into that, I still think that would be a big success story. And on top of that, Jamal Cain went to Marquette. And you know what the Heat tend to do with Marquette players, baby. I'm just saying. I mean, he also went to Oakland, and the last Heat player that I can remember going to Oakland off the top of my head was Kendrick Nunn, whom you could argue was also a major success story, considering they kind of found him out of nowhere and nearly won the Rookie of the Year his first season here before things kind of went downhill. Now, it may be tough for Cain to actually get a lot of minutes because he will be competing for playing time with particularly, I'm guessing, Nikola Jovic and Jaime Jaquez, because if you're looking at guys on this Heat team who I think are guaranteed to play, I'd say you're looking at Josh Richardson, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, I guess Kevin Love, Bam Adebayo, Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry, Thomas Bryant. I think those are pretty much the 8 main guys off the top of my head. And then if they play 10 a night, that really leaves 2 more spots for either Jamal Cain, Jovic, Jaime, Orlando Robinson. So it will be tough for Cain to maybe carve out a role initially on a night-to-night basis. But I do think as the season goes on, you inevitably get some injuries. He'll get opportunities. And if he proves himself, which I think he will, it's all up from here for Jamal Cain. But that's really all I gotta say for this video, man. Make sure that y'all leave a comment down below giving me your thoughts on what you think Jamal Cain will bring this season. And also check out my video from yesterday, man. I just dropped my official predictions for the Eastern and Western Conference standings. And last year when I did it, I did pretty good. I called the Heat and Denver Nuggets NBA Finals, which obviously became true. All of it except the fact that where I said the Heat would win and not get smoked in 5 games like they actually did. But whatever, y'all know what's going on. Super excited. Official game for the Miami Heat starts Wednesday, October 25th, I believe. And at the time of this recording, I'm recording on the 19th. That's 6 days away, baby. So, you know, we're going to have the content continue being pumped out over here. So make sure to subscribe if you enjoy. Like the video if you're a Heat fan so all of other Heat Nation can see it. And I greatly appreciate the support. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Look, pull up in your city tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.